Hi everyone, I'm Ninju Bijali from Informatica. Today I'm going to give you a short description about Power Exchange for SAS communication component, the SPiserver, and a demo on configuring SPiserver users on the SAS server machine. So agenda for today's video: what is an SPiserver and how to configure SPiserver users on Windows. The central component of the Power Exchange for SAS architecture is the communication component, known as the SPiserver. SPI stands for the SAS plugin. The SPiserver is a multi-threaded TCP/IP listener service running on the SAS server machine. It handles requests from the designer and from Power Exchange for SAS sessions started from the integration service. When you use the designer to import an SAS source or target definition into PowerCenter repository, Power Exchange for SAS client component requests the metadata through the SPiserver. The SPiserver in turn starts an SAS session to retrieve the information from SAS server machine, and then it passes it to the client component for processing. Similarly, when you run a workflow that uses an SAS source or target, the integration service uses the Power Exchange for SAS server component to start an SAS session through the SPiserver. The SPiserver accesses the data sets, the SAS data sets, and passes it back to the PowerCenter server for processing. Since all the communication from PowerCenter to SAS is handled by the SPiserver component, the communication component running on the SAS server machine, we need SPiserver users and not the SAS application users while connecting from Informatica. To be more precise, while connecting to the SAS server from PowerCenter Designer to import the metadata, and while creating an SAS application connection in the Workflow Manager, we need to use the SPiserver users. So, how do we create SPiserver users? SPiserver installation on the SAS server machine running on Windows adds a utility named PMSPI-admin on the Power Exchange for SAS folder. And this PMSPI-admin utility provides a GUI to add or update the SPiserver users. There are two kinds of users, administrator and non-administrator users. Administrator users can start and stop the SPiserver, whereas the non-admin users cannot. After successful installation of SPiserver on the SAS server machine, the first step before using it with PowerCenter is to add or update the SPiserver users using this utility. Click on the Users tab and then it will provide you the GUI to add or update the existing SPiserver user details. By default, the SPiserver installation creates two users, SAS user and administrator user. Administrator user is the one who can start and stop the SPiserver on the SAS server machine. If you want to update the details, click on the Edit tab and then update the password. Also, if you want to demote the administrator user to a non-administrator kind, you can just uncheck the administrator checkbox. Similarly, if you want to update the details of a non-administrator user, click on the Edit tab and then you can check on the administrator checkbox to promote it to an administrator user. Also, this GUI provides an option to add any number of SPiserver users. So in Windows, it's quite easy to add or edit SPiserver users on the SAS server machine. We would love to hear back from you, so please feel free to write to us at supportvideos@informatica.com. Also, you could follow us in Twitter. Thank you.